Hello friends, today we will recap Cult of Chucky movie released in year 2017. So let's get started. Movie begins off evolved even as displaying a tower. A boy is proven in a resort of that constructing who has come together along with his buddy. And they're talking at that time. That boy's call is Andy and he become assembly together along with his buddy for the primary time. He become assembly that female for the primary time so it become apparent that she had no expertise approximately him. That female comes to understand that Andy possesses many weapons. Andy tells her, he has stored those weapons for his security. Then that female asks, what can be the purpose to maintain many weapons? Is your preceding lifestyle is so pathetic? Then he exhibits the murdering of Chucky that he has been witnessing on account that his youth. He has additionally been listening to many murders. That female is worried even as listening to Andy's stated statements. And she feels that Andy's preceding lifestyles is simply hapless. Thinking it, she is going away after leaving him. Then Andy returns to his house. He used to stay in a cabin some distance from the city. Afterward, Andy unlocks a secure wherein Chucky doll's wounded head have been placed. Because Andy had shot Chucky doll's head together along with his gun. He had certain Chucky doll's head as its punishment. Chucky doll's head nevertheless had lifestyles. Andy and Chucky had befriended. They used to smoke getting together. Chucky frightens Andy while he's making it smoke. And Andy tortures him with a welding torch to punish him. Consequently, Chucky yells. Then a female named Nika is proven with inside the hospital. Nika become incapacitated from her youth and Chucky become the purpose of it. Chucky ended Nika's own circle of relatives besides Nika and her niece. It becomes stated approximately Nika that she is psychologically disabled. And she herself killed her entire own circle of relatives. It means she become blamed for the murders of her own circle of relatives. Nika has been below the remedy for the remaining 4 years. Doctor becomes seeking to persuade Nika that she herself has killed her own circle of relatives now no longer Chucky doll. After that, Nika is dispatched to the psychiatric hospital. Nika is resided with a few sufferers who had intellectual disorders. Doctor brings a Chucky doll in the front of them to test whether or not Nika has any trouble with it. But she does now no longer react to it. There is a girl who had killed her children. She had long gone insane. She adopts Chucky saying, "It is my baby." Nika confesses that she has ended her own circle of relatives. Serial killer Chucky used to just like the mom of Nika and she or he become the identical female. A girl arrives to fulfill Nika. That girl become Tiffany now no longer every other else. Tiffany is that girl whose purpose of killing after handing over the Chucky dolls at extraordinary places. It means Tiffany is answerable for the whole thing behind. Tiffany tells Nika, "I am the dad or mom of your niece." Nika asks Tiffany, "How is my niece?" Tiffany informs Nika, she isn't any anymore. She may also have dedicated suicide. Hearing it, Nika is depressed. Because she changed into best her niece who changed into alive if it's Miles pointed out her family. And she is likewise no more. It means, her no member of the family survived. She has left on my own on this world. Tiffany says to Nika, "But your niece has left something for you." And it changed into a good guy Chucky doll. Tiffany leaves after giving that Chucky doll to Nika. But Nika changed into now no longer inquisitive about that Chucky doll. As a result, she palms that Chucky doll to the health practitioner. Now there have been Chucky dolls. One doll changed into with inside the ownership of that girl. While every other Chucky doll which changed into given to Nika through Tiffany. Which one changed into the actual Chucky? The actual Chucky changed into given to Nika through Tiffany. Chucky is going to seek Nika as nighttime falls. It movements to Nika's room, retaining a knife. Chucky doll meets a girl at the manor who results in Nika's room. Chucky doll tells that girl, "Next flip is yours." Saying it, he enters Nika's room. Chucky doll is stunned after going into Nika's room. Seeing it, Nika has attempted to devote suicide whilst slicing her arm with a cable. Nika did as such due to the fact she changed into blaming herself for the dying of her niece. Waking up subsequent morning, Nika is amazed to peer her stitched wound. They're changed into a written declaration on the underneath side, not so fast. It changed into sincerely carried out through Chucky. It did now no longer kill Nika, however that girl whom it said, next flip is yours. Chucky had killed that girl with that cable with which Nika attempted to devote suicide. All have been taking it as a suicide. But Nika changed into suspecting it, now no longer questioning it as a suicide. Then Andy is once more proven, who visits the equal health practitioner, taking the top of Chucky doll, who changed into treating Nika. Andy says to health practitioner, Nika is harmless due to the fact Chucky doll is alive. But the health practitioner thinks Andy is possibly saving Nika, so he's pronouncing as such. So the health practitioner does now no longer consider him. Now Nika found out that given Chucky doll through Tiffany is a actual one. That health practitioner burns the hands of Chucky doll, however it changed into now no longer reacting. Then Nika says, real Chucky doll could have changed itself with that girl's doll. But that girl leaves with it, questioning it as her baby. Nika glimpses Chucky through window. Here Chucky doll well known shows itself. Here a lady goes to throw Chucky doll into the rubbish can, however Chucky bites her hand at the way. That woman begins off evolved shouting on it, and a physician arrives there. And that lady tells, it has been carried out with the aid of using Chucky doll. Then physician thinks, that lady is insane and she or he herself may also have bitten her hand. So she is tied with the bed. Now the concept breeds, Chucky doll is one, so how can second Chucky doll be enlivened? Actually all existed Chucky dolls have been alive there. But why? It is likewise a mystery. Chucky itself will screen that mystery later. Chucky actions to that lady's room with a fueline tank because the physician leaves. Chucky smashes that fueline tank at the ground, which flies to the glass ceiling and damages it. So the portions of glass start to fall. And a bit of glass dismembers that lady's head. When Andy is aware of approximately those murders, he's long past dissatisfied, thinking, I even have the actual Chucky, so who's killing? Then Chucky doll's head speaks to him, what do you believe you studied that I am the handiest one? Hearing it, Andy hits upon an idea. Then he makes the opportunity of the transport of short-haired Chucky doll with inside the medical institution. And he additionally actions to the medical institution, sitting with inside the car. Nika is telling physician with inside the medical institution, it appears to me that each Chucky dolls are alive. And the lady who died with the piece of glass has been killed with the aid of using Chucky doll. Contrarily, physician hypnotizes Nika, ignoring her stated words. And he is attempting to make Nika agree that 2 murders had been dedicated with the aid of using her. And that physician attempts to bother Nika physically. But Chucky knocks the physician out, hitting a pitcher bottle on his head. Chucky places an alternative earlier than Nika. It says her to kill that physician yourself at the same time as giving a bit of glass. And be a part of our group. But Nika loses her consciousness. On the alternative side, Andy additionally gets a name of Tiffany. And she places the identical alternative earlier than Andy, saying, join our group. Moreover she says, we will permit it occur what you're looking to do. A woman who followed Chucky doll kills it, thinking about her kid. And that Chucky doll is buried. Andy reaches medical institution at night. But Protection Protect does now no longer permit his entry. Then and moves a blow to that Protection Protect to move inside. And he is likewise imprisoned. The Chucky doll that become introduced to medical institution with the aid of using Andy. It additionally reaches the physician. And the buried Chucky returns to the identical lad who had followed it. And that Chucky doll kills that woman. Thrusting its hand into her mouth, he attempts to prove that female has additionally devoted suicide. It is likewise the identical. They suppose as this female has additionally devoted suicide. Doctor comes again to his workplace wherein Nika were tied. Nika says, I had been sure through Chucky. Chucky once more knocks medical doctor out, hitting his head. Chucky gives Nika a ultimate choice, announcing, just be a part of its group, killing this medical doctor. But she refuses to behave as such. Then one exceeded Chucky additionally arrives there. And he tells the alternative Chucky, and he has additionally approached here. Chucky additionally encounters a quick-haired Chucky there. and it utters the enchanted phrases for that Chucky which makes it alive. Now 3 of Chucky dolls start to revolve round Nika. Here a Chucky exhibits a secret. It means, he tells, how might also additionally there a couple of Chucky dolls. Chucky tells, I even have learnt a appeal that I might also additionally brighten up many dolls after owning them. And I also can own human beings. Chucky informs that he additionally possessed the niece of Nika. Having Chucky's soul, she killed quantity of people. But that child meets her give up due to the duel. And the actual Chucky changed into dispatch to Andy. It means, it changed into actual Chucky doll's head which Andy had. Because its face changed into stitched. Meanwhile, a medical doctor comes there. Pouncing on him, all 3 Chucky dolls kill him. Short-haired Chucky loves doing it. And he enjoys it a lot. They all 3 are satisfied, playing their murders. Now 3 Chucky dolls are discussing on it, who will visit kill Andy. And this challenge is assigned to quick-haired Chucky. Because it changed into feeling embarrassment because of its quick hair. A vehicle is found close to the gate through a protection guard. They're changed into a Tiffany doll whilst he seems within the vehicle. Tiffany cuts protection guard's throat, coming from backside. Tiffany had most effective this manner to give up a person which overjoyed it. Nika asks Chucky, kill me. Then Chucky responds, I will now no longer kill you. Nor I even have ever idea to kill you. Because I had idea a notable damnation for you. He utters the identical enchanted phrases for Nika even as announcing it. And he succeeds in it. Now Chucky's soul had dissolved into Nika. So she were given energy to walk. Here Nika changed into absolutely possessed through Chucky. Being possessed, Nika takes the lifestyles of that medical doctor. And she squeezes the top of that medical doctor. Nika involves an affected person as being enchanted. And one exceeded Chucky drills his head. Moving to Andy, short-haired Chucky stabs his leg, but Andy quickly receives manage over Chucky. Thrusting his hand into its abdomen, he brings out a gun. Because he himself had stored that gun there. Then Andy shoots Chucky, squeezing its head. At the equal time enchanted Nika additionally arrives there. Chucky speaks out from her, you will kill Nika in case you killed me. In spite of this, Andy starts off evolve to hearth place his gun on her. But gun's mag changed into empty. Andy triggers the gun however enchanted Nika leaves, locking him there. Now Andy changed into actually going to return back below the allegation of all dedicated murders with inside the hospital. Enchanted Nika involves Tiffany out of doors and he or she greets her. Tiffany says to Nika with inside the car, I sense remorse to your niece. Saying it, each start to snigger and Tiffany doll which changed into alive additionally laughs in conjunction with them. Then it's far discovered that a woman visits Andy's residence who changed into his sister. She says to Chucky's head, I had been referred to as right here via way of means of my brother Andy. And the film additionally completes right here in conjunction with it. Movie Cult of Chucky was released in year 2017. Movie is directed by Don Mancini. The main cast of the movie are Fiona Dourif, Alex Vincent, Michael Theriot, Adam Herdig, Elizabeth Rosen, Grace Lynn Kung, Marina Stevenson Kerr, Zach Santiago, Jennifer Tilley, Brad Dourif, and Christina Lees. Cult of Chucky got a rating of 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe our channel 99 Movie Recaps.